and welcome to today's program. I'm Richie Carnation. I'd like to welcome my guest, Hummus Dipples, in today. He is a foreign diplomat for the United States. He serves on the board for foreign relations in our United Nations, representing the United States of America. I appreciate him joining me on the show today. Thanks for joining me, Hummus. Do you feel the U.S. should be more isolationist in their foreign relations or more community-oriented in how we relate to the other countries?
You know, as they say in Norway, you're about 3/8 of a popsicle without the stick.
And these endearing terms that you've grown accustomed to dealing with other countries, is there one that stands out for you among them?
Absolutely. I would say a smaller than normal almond. I really like that one.
And which country of origin is that?
Brazil, of course. In Brazil, they have nuts, but over here we call them Brazil nuts. Yeah.
So, you've been involved in many realms of politics, both local and international. What drove you to dealing in foreign relations?
Well, when I was in Nicaragua, there was a little boy, and his name was Tomas. He was a cute little boy. And, he came up to me and said, "Hummus Dipples, I'll give you this present." And I said, "What is this present?" He said, "It is my poop." And I said, "Why are you giving me your poop?" And he said, "It is the most endearing thing to give in Nicaragua." From there on out, I had no idea what was happening. And then I had this drive to learn what in the hell they were talking about. And it goes for many, many cultures.
What do you think is the quintessential thing that represents our culture going off to the United Nations, to the other countries in the world?
As they say in Ethiopia, you're only as big as the biggest hot dog.
Interesting.
Yeah. That comes from them not eating, more or less.
Do you feel like some of the president's actions and comments make your job easier or more difficult in the United Nations?
The president does have tiny little hands, so it makes that hot dog look huge. Ginormous, as they say in Sweden.
Interesting. So, do you feel like you get a good interaction with people in the United Nations, or do they shun you because of the president's behavior and actions?
They do shun me, but it's just because my name is Hummus Dipples. It's a tough thing to overcome. It just makes them hungry for hummus. And so I've started bringing around hummus. A little bit of roasted pepper, a little bit of jalapeno, if you will. And it really smooths over those in Africa specifically. I don't know why, but they love their hummus.
Do you find it difficult interacting with Mediterranean countries such as Israel, Egypt, Lebanon, places where hummus is widely consumed when you are introduced in the United Nations?
They automatically love me. It's a universal term of endearment. They don't understand my last name of Dipples. They get caught up in it.
It's German background, isn't it?
It is. They get very offended by it. They think you shouldn't dip, but more of a wipe of the hummus, But they do with open arms if I bring them some Kalamata olives. Their favorite snack of choice.
Do you feel your German ancestry makes it difficult for you to represent the United States? There's been some harsh criticism saying things like Hummus Dipples, former Nazi, and Hummus Dipples, Hitler's grandson. What do you say to those critics?
I would say you are a beady-eyed little lemur. That's what they say in India. In the southern tip. I don't know where it is. Just the southern part.
So recently, President Mugabe of Zimbabwe announced he was going to be leaving his dictatorship and passing power on.
I heard that.
How do you reconcile that with other countries in Africa?
I've heard of his dictatorship in Zimbabwe, and he did a good job. I'm all for it. He was kind of a nice dude. You know, as they say in Zimbabwe, the farther you run, the farther away you are from Zimbabwe. You know, and that's
profound.
That really hits the heart for me. You know, it's real deep. It's real deep.
Have you had any concerns about the recent development of nuclear weapons in North Korea and how it relates to international relations worldwide?
Well, best to answer that, I will take it from Turkmenistan and say, eat a euro. You know?
Now, is that with tzatziki or without tzatziki?
Dealer's choice. You know, I like to put it on, drizzle it a little bit, and then take the entire thing and just dump it.
And this will solve nuclear tensions?
Absolutely. You know, if you get some tzatziki in and around the nuclear plant, maybe make it a little sticky.
So, there's been concern about the Beardless Dictator and how he might take one of these countries over that's impoverished and take advantage for his own militaristic opportunity. What do you say to the Beardless Dictator and to any dictator out there who tries to threaten the balance of the world?
You know, I would say find somewhere where people grow really bad beards so you'll be okay and you'll be accepted. Otherwise, good luck, buddy.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once again, I'd like to thank my guest today, Hummus Dipples, for his service to the United States in the United Nations, and we really appreciate him representing our country. Thank you, Hummus.
Thank you.